My pen and my paper's lethal. I'm sending them straight to meet the Nick that made the Reaper. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I decided to not make y'all wait the full time. It's Wednesday. Throw your dubs up. West Side, Digital Mob. You know, I didn't want to make y'all wait the whole time. So smash the like button and let's make this a good, fun, productive stream. Shout out to Sura. YouTube finally sent him a notification. He holding it down from the Chi-Town. Listen, old media getting shot down. My man Sura holding it down for the Chi-Town, but we ain't shot now. You know, shout out to Kanye West and Common representing the Chi. Let's get it. Javi, Callie, Ryan Wright, Eric Minion Sr., Hardy Case, Demetrius, Bright, my boy from Big Texas, King Corleone, Zulu Lion, yeah. Dennis, what's up? Monk, what's up? Man, my pen and my paper's lethal. We got some, listen, I got some cash apps. I didn't even start the stream, but we got to get through those because y'all be showing love before I even start the stream. So shout out to Daryl Smith. He sent $1 in the cash app before I even started. He says, they hate Gervonta Davis because he signed to Floyd. I agree with that. He gets like residual. We couldn't see Mayweather lose, so you know, let's take the animosity out. Like it's just like, let's say if someone had an abusive parent and there was 2 kids and then one kid moves out and go to college, who gets all the abuse? You see what I'm saying? Listen, I'm the kid with the golden voice. I'm the king of boxing, the god of boxing talk. If there are 2 children in a household and their parents are abusive, and then one of the kids finally gets of age, graduates high school, and moves to college, and remaining in the household is that abusive parent, and only one child now, who's going to get who do you think is going to get the abuse? Because the other kid's out of reach in college. So when their drunk dad or whatever it is drinking and have his fits because he's an alcoholic, then who gets the wrath of that? The one remaining kid. And that's what it is with Mayweather. Mayweather's, you know, he's gone off to college. He's retired. You know what I mean? For the most part. So they can't access Mayweather. Like, he's 50-0. Nobody, like, Floyd's probably going to do exhibitions from here on out. So nobody can nobody could touch that resume, you know, because exhibitions, no matter what happens, it don't count against your resume. So since it don't count against Floyd's resume and they can't attack him, they attack his protege. That's a bar. I said since 50-0, Floyd Mayweather, easy work. They can't attack his resume, so what do? They go after Tank, go after his protege. That's a bar. I told you, I'll make this look easy. I made the whole game of boxing look pretty. You know what I mean? I made this game look pretty. I make it look too easy. Shout out to Eric Minion Sr. Old media can't see you. Yeah, we already know that. We know that. We know they ain't got the facts like me. Man, we got a Cash App, $20. The money keep coming in. Listen, appreciate everybody for the support. This is from Anthonius Spearman. He says, here's $20 because you be preaching. Told y'all, I be preaching. I'm like a pastor. Anyway, I told you I'll be preaching. I'm like a pastor. I snatch your bit. I'm not looking pastor. Listen, I said I be preaching. I'm like a pastor. I snatch your bit. I ain't looking pastor. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. I told you I'm so ready. Do y'all want to talk about, I'm just warming up the mic, but then we going to get cooking. Throw a like on the video. Thank you for the support. Do you want to talk about Terrence Bud Crawford arguing with the fake Errol Spence first? Or do you want to talk about more of the subject of the Gervonta Tank Davis hate? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Tank Davis hate or Terrence arguing with himself, a.k.a. Errol Spence imposter or whatever, fake Errol Spence. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all want to talk about first, because I'm willing to talk about it all and break it down. Tank, Crawford arguing with himself. Bud with the fake Errol. Bud. Hardy K said Bud. All right, it's looking like Bud Crawford up first. And still, all right, Bud it is. The most votes. I told you, I do an interactive live stream. I really listen to my A1s and my day ones, and I'm seeing too many of them vote Bud. So Bud is up first. All right, we got another tank. It's too late though. Nah, we got some Bud vote. Listen, y'all got to be quick on the trigger. Y'all got to be. I try to make the. He said, Errol, where you at? Well, come on, bro. 4 a.m. He tripping. Oh, the money keep coming in. Shout out to my girl Kenya B. She sent $10 in the Zelle. Go straight to the bank of account, the Bank of America. You've been killing it this week. Every stream video has been fire. Salute. Oh, thank you. That's big, because Kenya B, she picky. She don't be liking a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So for her to say that and send the 10, I appreciate y'all. Because I know Kenya B, she's hard to impress. You know what I'm saying? I told you I do this. Let's go. Hey, oh my gosh, let's go. We're going to talk about blood first. Let's go. Hey, hold on. Shout out to Kenya B, she hard to impress. But I did it. I did it, y'all. Made it, ma. All right, Bud Crawford. Now, bad news. Bud Crawford was arguing with himself. He didn't know he was arguing with himself. He was arguing with what he thought to be Errol Spence. But guess what? Somebody went on social media, and you listen, I'm going to say it like this. You guys got to be smarter. You guys got to be cautious. I'm telling you how to move on social media and on the internet. I've been doing this for a decade plus, so I know a thing about the internet. Whether you think, oh, you're not a boxer, you don't, all that's what's up. But one thing I know is how to navigate the internet and make money online. Y'all know that. So with that being said, I'm going to give you guys this little helpful hint. In instances where, especially like beef, what's beef, like Biggie said, shout out to Ashley's Corner. What's up? You guys just gotta look for the signs. I don't know how Terrence Crawford fell for this, but this was, listen, I'll cover my face real quick. It says tweet Errol Spence Jr. and somebody done made a Photoshop, and it says talking all that ish on social media, but you won't answer the phone. Crying emoji, red flag. Off rip, I could tell that this is not a sincere, authentic Errol Spence thing, because why does it say tweet at the top and it looks like his Twitter profile, right? But then the bottom of it has no likes, no comments, no shares, and in the bottom of it is the buttons that you find on Facebook. So you see right there? You see that? You see that? Hey son, you see that? Where it's like the smiley face and the 28. That's not something that, like, elements that are available on Twitter. So right then and there, that should raise a lot of eyebrows. And just like this post is saying red flags, that should be a red flag that you're being trolled when you have the elements from two different social medias all on the same Photoshop, and it's supposed to be authentic, right? But hey, sometimes people fall for these little plots and trolls. First of all, I will say this in Crawford's defense. Some of y'all are pathetic. Some of y'all are, someone said Bud was shadow boxing. I'm done. That's funny. Some of y'all are pathetic that y'all even take the time to try to I guess it worked, but it's still corny. It's corny that y'all got this much time. Hold on one second. My allergies tripping. My bad. So I don't know why I'm having allergies in like winter, but whatever. California is weird. The weather is weird out here. But anywho, it's sad that y'all troll like this and this is what you get your kicks. I mean, I guess I can't say nothing because in my generation we used to prank call people. So I guess that's this type of online trolling is like this generation's version of prank callings. You know what I mean? Because we used to prank call the hell out of people. You remember that? You remember who used to prank call people? We used to call Pizza Hut or, you know, random places. Oh yeah, I want a large pepperoni. Like just weird voices or whatever. Do y'all ever do that? Like just you do the star 67 or star 67 to block your number, and you just prank call people. Man, we used to just look up funny names in the phone book and just call. You know what I mean? Just call and do, hello, Subway, I want a foot long. Like we would just do stupid stuff. $5 foot long. Oh yeah, I want to get a meatball sub. We want to get a meatball sub. We just do stupid stuff. So I guess that this is what the kids do with the online stuff. Is they troll. But anyway, so it's weird that y'all got the most time to make Photoshop Errol tweets and all that. That's weird. But equally weird is the fact that Bud fell for it and responded. So here, someone said, Bud, stop. This is looking bad, bro. See, listen, I'm going to tell y'all like this. I'm a grown man. I'm entitled to an opinion. I give you my opinion. I am not going to waver. I'm going to be unwavering and not waver in my opinion because some of you chatty patties and haters don't like what's being said. If you want to change my opinion, then something else has to change. You have to prove me wrong or show me the error in my ways. That's it. That is your only choice. Why would I stop? If you believe in something, why would I stop saying it because somebody left a comment? Oh, come on, man. You're a Bud hater, man. Bro, I don't hate Bud. I really enjoy Bud. I think he's an ass kicker. I think he could fight. But I'm not going to stop saying what I'm seeing because it makes you feel uncomfortable. You see what I'm saying? So if you're ever looking for that, this is not the channel for you. Like, if you're a minimalist, we'll just throw a random ideology out there. If you're a minimalist, if someone said, oh, what do you mean? You don't have nothing in your place. So you're not going to start becoming a hoarder because someone left a comment and they don't like your place because you don't have a couch or you don't have a TV or, you know what I'm saying, you don't have that much silverware. That's not how that works. When you believe in something, that's what you believe in. And the only way is if someone can show you the error in your ways. Again, if you're a minimalist, it doesn't matter if someone's like, oh, you're stupid. Why don't you have a vacuum cleaner? If they don't want no vacuum cleaner, they don't want a vacuum cleaner. If they want to sweep everything up and they want to limit the amount of gadgets and, you know, things that they keep around the house, that's up to them. So this is the worst channel for you if you ever think you coming to my channel and your comments are going to change the programming, you know, because I've seen it. You know, a lot of people get it. There are a few detractors who are like, oh, you're hating on Bud. You can say whatever you want. It's not going to change the message. As long as I see what I'm seeing, I'm going to keep saying what I'm seeing. You know, no love lost, but I'm giving you my opinion. If you don't come for that, then don't come for that because that's what you're going to get. It says, like, before you walk in the door, before you enter the stream, it said boxing ego. So I don't know how you thought you was going to get boxing with no ego. That's a bar. Listen, I said before you enter the stream, before you come through the front door, it says boxing ego. I don't know how you thought you were going to come to my stream and get boxing with no ego. That's a bar. So that being said, I think this makes Terrence Crawford look bad. Like I've been saying, just the recent behavior. reason being is this. The reason being is this. Terrence Crawford, one, as I've said in past videos, very passive aggressive, right? Where good cop, bad cop, or whatever game he's cat and mouse game he's playing with Errol, as a man, it would just be better, in my opinion, it would be better to just be congruent with what you say and then ride whatever that is. So if you want to, see, people are getting mad because they're beta males and they can't live in my world. So I'm going to try to make this crystal clear. So a lot of the fans, they're beta males, so they think like beta males and they do beta things. I don't care if Terrence Crawford puts pressure on Errol Spence. That's where y'all got it messed up. Some people say, oh, Ego, you're protecting Errol Spence. How am I protecting Errol Spence when I'm not in charge of the career of Errol Spence nor Crawford? So I can't protect anybody in the equation because I'm not Derek James or Al Heyman or Terrence Crawford's promotion. So I'm not in charge of making the fight. So there's nothing for me to protect. And if you listen to what I'm saying, it sounds pretty stupid. How can I protect Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford or any other fighter when I have no dealings in their actual careers? Me making a YouTube video with no business dealings with them behind the scenes, I can't protect Errol. If the fight happens, it happens. So that doesn't even make sense. But again, beta males do beta things, so that's why you get that beta energy. It doesn't have to be meticulous and thought out. They're just gonna say whatever. Please smash the like button if you're enjoying the chat and the cook up. Please smash the like button. Nah, Bud was setting the record straight. You can't even spell straight. Get him out of here. I don't even care. Listen, y'all, if y'all can't spell regular English words, then you're not going to tell me that I'm wrong because you can't even spell a word right. So I don't even have to stoop down to that level intellectually when you can't even spell simple words. You can't spell straight. They want to come for me, but he spelled straight without the G. How you a gangster? You spell straight without the G. I said, all these dudes in the comment section, they want to come for me, but he spelled straight with no G. How you a gangster? You spelling straight with no G, bro? Come on, bro. So anyway, I'm not even worried about that. Let me keep going. So he said, nah, Bud was setting the record straight. How are you setting the record straight with a fake Errol? How are you setting the record straight with something that didn't even occur because Errol Spence didn't even say anything? Come on, bro. That didn't even make sense. So you told Errol Spence off, but you didn't tell him off because he didn't say anything and you fell for the mousetrap. So that doesn't make sense to me. This man just said that he was setting the record straight. Oh, Terrence Crawford, he punked him. He was letting it be known. There's nothing to let be known because Errol Spence didn't say anything. And you fell for a fake tweet that had half Facebook elements and half Twitter elements. So you didn't really tell anybody. It's not punking somebody. It's not cussing somebody out. That's a one-sided altercation. You thought you were telling him off, but you were telling off, the Tupac hologram or whoever that was. We don't even know who made that. So I'm not really understanding it, bro. That's like somebody, a boxing fan, being in the mall and be like, yeah, I gave Ego a piece of my mind, and it was just some light-skinned dude. Like, no, you didn't give Ego a piece of your mind because that wasn't me. Like, bro, that was the kid from Smart Guy. I don't know, cuz. Bro, you didn't tell me off. You told off Smart Guy. He's a smart guy. Do. You see how this works? Y'all see how this works? Bro, you can't cuss out Tia and Tamara Mari. Sister. Never knew how much I've been. Bro, you can't cuss out Tia and Tamara Mari, light-skinned brother, Taj Mari, smart guy, and you thought it was me, and then be like, oh yeah, I told him off. You didn't tell me. You told the smart guy off. You didn't tell me off. What you talking about? You thought that was me, but it wasn't. You see what I'm saying? Oh my God, bro. Bro, you cussed out Daryl from Coming to America from Soul Glow, and you thought it was me. You're like, man, I gave Ego a piece of my mind. You didn't give me a piece of your mind. You gave Daryl from Coming to America. Just let you know. Soul Glow. Bro, what are y'all talking about? Come on, bro. Armani, we've been waiting for you. That sounds crazy. That sounds kind of creepy. I take that back. Ego, stay working, very inspiring, warrior gang. Man, y'all know what I come to do, bro. So, listen, Octavia Hall says, hey, Ego, make sure you check Errol Spence gram. I seen him. He's jacked. He's in shape. And it said, Bud is acting desperate. Listen, I'm giving you my honest opinion, right? Man, this is the same dude, bro. Is that a wee person? Bro, is that an adult? Man, get him out of here, dog. Who is that? That's Willow, bro. Is that a kid or an adult? Man, get him out of here, bro. Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all tripping. But listen, this dude is all over the place. Hold on, we gotta switch up. Hey, we gotta switch up. Hey, hold on. Say Jet. Hey, now I'm trying to do my stream expeditiously, but a lot of y'all want to hate. Y'all want to come on the channel and hate on me. So I can't get out the specifics. Y'all see what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you about this Bud Crawford and Errol Spence, but y'all won't allow me to be studious and indigenous with these words. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all sending Willow. Y'all really sent Willow at me, bro. Y'all sent Warwick Davis, Leprechaun in the Hood, just to create a distraction. I want me shilling. Bro, remember Leprechaun? That bro, he wanted them coins so bad. Listen, that's how bad I want to get it. I want my coin. I'm like, Leprechaun, I need my coin. Y'all gonna give me my coin. I'm gonna make this money. And want me shillings. Y'all gonna give me these shillings. Yeah, when they hate, donate. So let me keep going. Shout out to my boy Warwick Davis. Listen, in my opinion, this looks bad for Terrence Crawford because he thinks he's checking Errol Spence. But in actuality, Errol Spence didn't even say anything about him. So you've basically picked a fight with, and you were duped by some fake anonymous person online. And I'm telling you, you guys got to be careful because I see stuff where it'll be like boxing reporters, even like that Michael Benson dude. And then they'll put Michael Benson with an extra N or something weird. And then it looks like, you know, some mega fight. Jamal Charlo's fighting Amir Khan. And you're like, what the hell? Jamal Charlo and Amir Khan. And then it looked like the boxing reporter, Michael Benson. And you're like, oh, okay. And then you click on it and you find out it's not even the real reporter. You see what I'm saying? So you guys got to be cautious on the internet. Listen, on my channel, I show you how to move in a room full of vultures. Crawford failed for the oldest trick in the book, which is like people making up stuff online and you running with it. Bro, I showed you in my video. I don't have the exact times memorized, but basically it was like 4:08 and he said, who said what? And people must have been like, oh, Errol Spence talking bad about you. By 4:10, so there was like 2 minutes. You go look at my video, you see it. Within 2 minutes, Crawford tags the real Errol Spence, and he's like, oh, yeah, you said you calling me out. You need to stop lying. This is a bad look. Bro, you're saying it's a bad look to something he didn't say. That look. So listen, since I don't know what I'm talking about, that looks good when Terrence Crawford gets his wires crossed because of a troll and then responds to the real guy as if the person said something, and he says it's a bad look for Errol Spence Jr. making up lies, and come to find out Errol Spence didn't make up lies nor say anything. Like, so let's vote real quick. That's a good look, because when I'm saying it, some of y'all are having difficulty understanding this. And you're like, oh no, but Bud, he just wants to fight. I get that. Okay, he wants to fight, but that's a good look. That's a good look when you're arguing with someone that you think is someone else and it's really not that person. And then you accuse them like of saying something that a troll done made up and you didn't do no research. Bro, I don't see that as being a good, like, I get the fact that Bud wants to fight, but is that an intelligent choice? Does that get you to fight? You're arguing with the Errol Spence hologram or whatever that was. Nah. Y'all, listen. Y'all gotta chill out. Somebody said Bud was arguing with the TK Kirkland YouTube troll. See, come on, bro. Like, bro, first of all, I'm telling you my opinion. A1 Diggs, you see what it is. Just hop to the stream and electric fence already up. The Holy Spirit activate. Word. Bro, listen. Someone said he's arguing with the DJ Vlad, the TK Kirkland. That's funny as hell, bro. Someone said he arguing with Nicki Minaj fan page. Nah, y'all doing too much. Bro. No, come on, y'all gotta stop. Y'all tripping with this. That's what I'm saying. Like, man, like let's say somebody says something crazy to me, and I look and it's like Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. They got the new movie coming out. I'm not finna be arguing with Buzz Lightyear online. You see what I'm saying? And Buzz like, oh, Ego, your channel sucks, and won't. And I'm like, man, Buzz, you don't know. That's why Andy gonna come and you have to play dead. Like, I'm not finna argue with no non like an inanimate object, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, if it ain't the real person, I'm not arguing with Buzz Lightyear. You feel what I'm saying? Man, that's why you scared of Andy, though. I'm not finna be wasting my time. And then Bud richer than me. He got more money than me. He a celebrity. So it's like, bro, you a celebrity. You should at least know, like, if you're responding and you think you're responding to another fellow celebrity, if you're actually talking to that person or actually, like, that's why I'm saying, like, I try my best to give you guys quality information. Why do you think Ego Stradamus is always like so accurate? You know what I'm saying? When I say stuff, it happens. I told you Pacquiao Spence. I made predictions about Ugas and Spence. I made all types of predictions and statements, and then they happen, right? And then they happen. I try to give you guys quality information. I see stuff all the time. People give me fake tips and all that stuff. And none of that, it comes across the desk, but none of it makes it to my channel if it doesn't look like a quality lead, something like, you know what I'm saying, something that's real. Bud fell for the oldest trick in the book, point blank, period. So people are trying to justify it now and say, oh, he just wants to fight so bad. So he wants to fight so bad he's arguing with the Errol Spence hologram online? Really? Does that bring him closer to the fight? Does that give you leverage? Bro, that's what I'm saying. When if somebody says something to you, like I'll tell you, I listen, I don't want to put people on blast, but like, I got blue checks that I talk to. Listen, when it comes to the boxing, I'm Samuel Peters. I'm like, who next? I got blue checks blue checks. Listen. So I said I got blue checks, like verified, blue checks, and blue checks. You see what I'm saying? I have blue checks that hit me up. Like that means verified celebrity accounts, right? That hit me up regularly, like frequently. I just don't tell you guys about them, right? There's one with the group, a popular music group. I don't, like I said, that's not really my lane. I don't know if people keep low profile, so I just keep it pushing, you know what I mean? But there's a music group that I know all of y'all know about, and I've had conversations with that person about boxing in my inbox, right? But at the first point in which that person hit me up and sent me a thing saying, hey, I like your channel, blah, 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 keep up the good work, I immediately go to click on the thing. I'm like, who is this with the blue check? Like, you know what I'm saying? To make sure it was the real person. You see what I'm saying? Like when I seen the DM, because I don't know how it shows up, but I seen the name and I'm like, what? Let me see if this is real. And I went and it had the blue check. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is the real person from the group. You see what I'm saying? So Bud is in his 30s as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, how does that not cross your mind to, if you find like, okay, so for example, shout to OP. You down with OP? Salute Ego. Crawford seems insecure. Porter hit him with the same punch 4 times in a row. He knows Spence will beat that. I mean, I'm not even here for the fight prediction. I'm just talking about with all this stuff before it. Bud replying to the fake tweet was a D's nut. Oh, wow. Y'all tripping. Welvin, though? Listen, I'm trying to give y'all clarity, because when I explain stuff like only I can eloquently, some people still try to act fuzzy. So at that point, if I get this content out, it's on y'all, because I know I'm speaking English. I know I'm not punch drunk. I don't have a slur. I don't have a lid. It's not like, hi guys, I just wanted to watch my channel. Like, there's no speech impediment. I know I speak clearly. I rap, you know, so I know how to be on the mic. I know how my voice sounds on the mic. There's nothing that would distract you from the message if I could get it out. You see what I'm saying? It's not, like I said, it's not like I have a Mike Tyson list or something. I'm like, you know, Bud Crawford, Terrence. It's not like that. So let me cook. Let me work. So I understand, like, a fighter and fighter things. I know a lot of fighters. I understand you want to fight, but it is what I said to begin with. Just like in a real fight, you don't just beat someone's ass. You got to put it together. Put your punches together. Be strategic. Use your brain. You know what I mean? Effective aggression, not just aggression. We've talked about this. In my opinion, Bud Crawford, his approach to the whole Errol Spence saga and trying to get that, he's not moving himself and putting himself in this leveraged position, AKA he's not using effective aggression. He's just using aggression. And I don't know if it's really playing out for him to make him look like how he probably thinks he looks from it. He thinks he's just putting immense pressure on Errol Spence, and the fans is going to be on his side, and Errol Spence is going to have no choice to boo, boo, boo. That's what I think he thinks is happening. But from what I've seen, it's not really playing out like that. The reality is, and I'm big on accountability, the man is arguing with another man off of something that another man, aka a troll, made up and said, and Bud didn't do any type of research. Or like for example, let's say if I was Bud, I swear, hand over heart, this is what I would do. If I had been calling out Errol Spence Jr. and I finally get that breaking point where he talking greasy back to me, and it looks like we can build from that and hopefully make the fight, the first thing I would do is look at the tweet online that whoever posted, and I would go to Errol Spence's page, and I'm looking for where he said that. Where he said that is literally, if I was Crawford, hand over heart, that is exactly what I would do. That's the first thing I would do, because I'm meticulous. I'm super meticulous. You know, you could even say I have OCD with certain things. So I'm leaving no stone unturned. Okay, I've been trying to get this guy to bite and play my game, and then now it looks like we got go time. Boom. And you know how I know I would do this? Because I do this. Like I said before, sometimes I see these crazy tweets that are juicy bits of news, right? Where it'll be the same type of deal. It'll be like a fighter, Canelo Alvarez said he gonna beat David Benavidez's ass. So I'm like, Canelo said that in a tweet? First thing I do, I don't make a video. I'm all set up. All I have to do is hit record. I can make a video at any given time, anywhere, any room in my house. I can make a video. Right? So it's nothing for me to make a video because I got systems. Like I said, OCD. If somebody posted some caption, I can assure you, check my G files, check my track record and the work I've done. Tell me when I got duped by a fake Twitter or whatever. I see it all the time. I'm online. My whole business is set up online. If I seen a tweet like I do occasionally, and it'll be like Canelo talking greasy to Floyd or David Benavidez, I'm like, I ain't heard him say that. Where he said this at? Where he said this? And I'll immediately do the research to see if he really said that or if somebody on social media, made some stupid stuff up, because that's what lame-os do. Lame people, they got extra time. They making Photoshops and stuff like that. And this is what they do. So you have to be ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? You have to know how the internet works. And that's why if you look at every single video where I cite somebody's sources, I really started the sources, but I don't care about taking credit. I'm just telling you what it is. If you look at my YouTube videos years ago, 10 years ago, whenever I first started, right? In the description, it says source, and I put the link of the YouTube channel with the interview. I put the link of the article that I got the information from. So it's breadcrumbs that have been left. All of my work, it's just like in school, they teach you, if you're using quotes or whatever, bibliography. It's the same kind of thing. You reference and, pay that attribution to the respective original source. And I've always done that. You could check all of my videos, every single one of them, And unless human error, where I just forgot on one video, or something like that, it's going to be there. So I told you, I'm different. I told you from the beginning, I'm super meticulous. I don't make too many mistakes, just to be honest, because I have a system of checking myself. So I don't make too many mistakes. And then even sometimes, like, let's say I make a mistake in the title, more than likely I seen it. I just didn't want to change it because I'm just like, all right, I put the wrong letter right there. You know what I'm saying? It's just not worth me doing the extra labor. But I see it. But I've told you, I'm very hard on myself. So that's, in my opinion, me being that. If I'm that type of person, then imagine if I was this millionaire celebrity, Bud Crawford, then I'm going to be, why would I not be meticulous? If I'm meticulous at this level and then I have millions of dollars like Bud Crawford, then why wouldn't I be meticulous at that level when I've always been like that since I was a kid? So again, I'm giving you my perspective and I'm breaking it down. This is a L and a bad look because Crawford didn't do any research, and he's so gung-ho to fight Errol Spence that he bit on the first internet scheme and scam to instigate a fight, and he jumped on it within minutes and then responded to the real Errol without even, do it. Like, I mean, just even on a street level, like in the streets, if somebody said, oh, somebody said this and this about you, somebody dating your girl, you just take their word for it? You see what I'm saying? Like, with no, like, unless it's like your day one, your man's in them or something, like, do you just take, if someone say anything, you just say, oh, okay, it must be true. My girl's cheating with my best friend, you know what I'm saying? Or do you have to, like, let me look into this? Y'all tell me what your life's consist of. If somebody said your girl is cheating with a coworker or with some guy you know, right? Do you just fly off the lid, or do you just like keep an eye on the situation and try to do some research to see if this bitch really cheating? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too strategic and meticulous. Hey, bro, this man said Bud Crawford had that tweet planted. He's Buddy Smollett. I'm done, bro. He said that it was orchestrated by Bud's side to put that tweet out. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that to be true, but I mean, it's plausible for sure. You know, let's put out this fake Errol Spence tweet and then, you know, respond to it. But that's even worse. If you did a what's the name, Juicy Smollett, bro, I don't trust no dude named Juicy. I'm just gonna tell y'all straight up, bro. I knew he was lying, bro. Listen, if you a dude and your name is Juicy, nah, bro. What you, the Biggie song? Juicy, nah, bro. Nah, I can't trust you. Your name Juicy, bro. How you get that name? Nah, I ain't trusting no dude named Juicy. Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm gonna eat the banana and tell y'all I don't like that. I don't like that. Bro, the man name is Juicy. Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the magazine. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine. Like, bro, your name is Juicy. Nah, unless you Biggie Smalls' son or something. Nah, I don't trust no Juicy. Your name is Juicy. Like you a drink box. That man Juicy. Hardcore rapper, but he's juicy. Like, nah, bro. Bro. Nah. I'm just telling you. Nah, I'm not gonna say pause. See, I had to pause every time. Hey, Juicy, throw me the balls. Like, nah, bro. What? Juicy, throw me the balls? Nah, bro. I can't do it. I'm just at that. I'm at that Bob Arum age. At least for me, I'm not Bob Arum's age, but I'm at that age where it's just that's not gonna work. Yeah, you talk about, man, I'm hungry. Hey, Juicy, give me the fruit. Juicy fruit. Like, juicy fruit? Nah. Like, Juicy, you got the juice now. I don't like the way none of this sound. The man said juicy fruit. What are we talking about? I'm not, no. When I was a kid, my mom probably slapped me if I asked to spend the night at Juicy's house. Like, mom, can I spend the night? I want to spend the night with my friend. Who is it, baby? I want to spend the night with Juicy. My mom gonna be like, Juicy? Who's that? Nah, you ain't spending the night no Juicy, bro. Bro, I promise you, off my mom, she gonna tell you what it is, bro. My mom, she's blunt. Yeah, I want to spend the night with Juicy. Him downstairs. Where the cookies and shit. Like, bro, no. She be like, Juice, nah. You're not going. You won't be attending. Nah, that don't even sound right. Let me spend the night with Juicy. Him got a 55-inch TV. Him downstairs. Where the cookies? Where the Juicy and shit. Nah, bro. That just sound peculiar. Juicy. Bro, he rehearsed his butt whooping. How you fix a fight on a street level? Like, I understand fixing a boxing fight. Bro, this man fixed a street fight with some Africans. Did we get here? Bro, he done called MacBook Air cousins and fixed him a fight on a street level. Nah, he must be stopped, bro. Y'all tripping. He said Juicy downstairs with the cookies and shit. Y'all tripping. So anyway, the boy Crawford is arguing with who he thought he was arguing with, but it turns out it wasn't. That doesn't look good. That is, bro. Some people, they're offended by what I'm saying, but I'm teaching you the ways of the alpha. Some may not ever get it, but even a guy like Canelo Alvarez, when you're at the higher statures, like you would never see Floyd Mayweather or Canelo Alvarez arguing online with an imposter version of someone they could fight. Correct me if you think that statement is wrong. Can you imagine Floyd Money Mayweather on Twitter arguing with the fake Shane Mosley? Like, Shane Mosley, I heard what you said. You a lie. All you do is lie. Okay, he got all this green. Tomorrow he gonna wear blue. We got Avatar. Like, bro, I can't see it. I cannot see Floyd arguing with the fake sugar Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley, I barely know who you are. What you say on Twitter? Okay. Like, bro, it just wouldn't happen. I promise you. And it could be Floyd called out Costa Zoo. Floyd called out Costa Zoo, and the fight never happened. He called out Prince Nassim. Imagine if it was fake Prince Nassim, like if he came up in the social media era and it was a fake Prince Nassim and then Floyd didn't do the research. He's like, Prince Nassim, what you say? You say I'm too little? Okay, I want to fight you. You ain't gonna lie on me. Like, that would look weird. I'd be like, I would say this about Floyd. Anybody. If you don't do your research, then, you know, some of it falls on you. Prince Nassim, I heard what you said. I seen the tweet. And then Prince Nassim in the UK didn't say nothing. Like, what? Nah, bro. Nah, it seemed weird. And I don't care how much you want to fight. It's a L if you're arguing with a fake Errol. Like, there's no way you're gonna spin that and make it look fashionable. Like Billy Madison. Remember the kid peed on his pants? He's like, oh, we gotta be like Johnny. Everybody's peeing on their pants. It's the coolest. And then everyone started peeing their pants, and he made it into a trend. You're not gonna make arguing with a fake hologram that didn't really say what you thought they said, and then you checking them. You're not gonna make that, oh, argue with the fake Errol. It's the coolest. You're not gonna make that pop. I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry, but I'm just saying I'm sorry. The people actually defending Bud's tweet, oh wait, beta males already did that. Shout out to Dr. Hank McCoy. And then every single time we get to this point with Bud Crawford and I talk about accountability, which I do believe in, right? People say, oh, who cares? Who cares if it was a fake tweet? Just make the fight. Bro, so you can't buy groceries. I'm trying to simplify this for everybody's mind to understand what I'm saying. Life is a process and has processes or processes, right? You go to the grocery store, I'm not talking about Instacart, or if you yourself go to the grocery store and you got 12 brown bags full of groceries, you have to walk them up the stairs if you live upstairs, right? Maybe get family members or something to help you. But if no one's home, you put the groceries in your trunk, then you take the groceries up flights of stairs to get to your spot, open the door, and then when that's finished, somebody, if no one's home, has to put all the groceries away. This is basic stuff that I'm talking about, right? Go to the store, pick stuff out in your cart, go to the cashier or self-checkout, ring up that, make sure it's bagged up, or they bag it or you bag it, put it in your car, go up flights of stairs, put it on your counter or your floor or whatever in the bag, and then you put it away. These are processes. So everything in life is a process. Terrence Crawford fans seem like they don't want the accountability, and they didn't clean out the fridge. You know what I mean? I'm just giving you an analogy. They didn't clean out the fridge and throw away the old produce and the expired milk. They didn't clean out the fridge. They didn't make room for things in the fridge. And they're like, no, just put the groceries away. Doesn't work like that. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't work like that. The groceries aren't going to put themselves away. And if you are limited in counter space or cabinet space or fridge space, then it's a process. You have to go through certain things, clean out the fridge, throw away the old expired stuff, wipe the gunk and excess juice from the produce bin, blah, 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 and then put the new stuff in. These are processes. Bud Crawford's team, every time you bring up these things, like, hey, that doesn't really look good that he did it. It's like, oh, who cares about that? Just make the fight. I mean, it's not really reasonable. It's not reasonable to omit and disregard everything but the one, end game you want. So you could do everything wrong and just, who cares, make the fight. It's the time is right. You got to make, it doesn't work like that, right? And furthermore, what also stagnates this process is, like I've told you, in my honest opinion, Bud is not held accountable, and he doesn't believe he's not in the driver's seat, which is going to further complicate things, right? So if Bud feels he's the A side, which he's not, people are saying, hey, just make the fight. How is the fight going to get made when PBC and Errol Spence have been branding their fighter, not throwing their fighter under the bus for several years, putting it on pay-per-view? He's produced better numbers, better live gates, more people in the crowd consistently, et cetera, et cetera. And because it's a great fight, just disregard all the business. Like, it doesn't matter. Give him whatever he wants because it's a great fight, and make the fight. Who cares if he's not realistic? Who cares if he wants more than Errol? Who cares about Errol's numbers? None of that. We don't care. Just that's not a reality. It's not a reality. Like I said, process it. Anything has a process. Anything has a process. So you can say it, but it's not going to happen like that. I can assure you. It's not going to happen where, so using Bud Crawford fan logic, if you're a rapper with no track sales history, you've never been on MTV, never been on BET, never been on the radio, never charted, never been on the Billboard, never won a Grammy, never won, any kind of music awards, and you don't have 1 million followers or a big following on Instagram, you think you're going to go into them offices, them big office doors, speak with an A&R, and they're going to give you, with that coming into the equation, they're going to give you the same deal they're going to give Adele or Drake? Man, come on, bro. It's not realistic. So you guys could get mad at me because you're in denial and you just want to see a good fight. I do think it's a great fight because I don't know who wins. It's a great fight. But again, to achieve and unlock the great fight, then you have to look at the parameters and make the fight. And shout out to Stockton. Let's go, 209. Let's get it. And to make the fight, that means the party's got to be realistic in making the fight. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? And this goes for anything. Caleb Plant fighting Canelo, he wasn't going to get more money than Canelo. The moment Caleb Plant, if he acted like Bud and he thought he was going to get more than Canelo or close to what Canelo was getting, because he didn't. Bro, Canelo got 4 times as much as Caleb Plant, and he brought a belt to the equation too. You see, this is just regular business. Man, Stockton in here deep. Back-to-back Stockton. Y'all see it? Bro. Imagine Caleb Plant say, I want 20 million. Hell no, I want half of what he's getting. I'm a great fighter too. then the fight probably wouldn't happen. These are common sense. So it's like, it's not, people are like, oh, you're a Bud hater. You're targeting Bud. That's what's up. If that's what you feel, it doesn't change what I'm saying, because I would apply this to anything. If Caleb Plant, wanted significantly more, 10 million more than Danny Jacobs and Kovalev got and all that, then it's probably harder to make the fight, because at some point, the more money and the more things you want, you have to be able to justify on the business side why you're getting that. Bud Crawford has one belt that he's had since he moved up to welterweight. He hasn't been doing the same heavy lifting. He's been getting fighters and they have either no name and unheralded, or they have a name and they're at the back half of their career. Amir Khan, Kell Brook, Sean Porter's last fight. Amir Khan and Kell Brook fighting each other because that's the only way. They didn't fight each other in their primes. So Amir Khan and Kell Brook, the only thing they could do now is really fight each other to get that type of paycheck, because they both been getting slept and beat at the higher level. So it's like, okay, we got to fight each other now. And then y'all want to pretend that what I'm saying don't make any sense and act oblivious to this and just say, who cares about all that? Just make the fight. Good luck with that. Good luck. Well, good luck seeing y'all visions come into fruition, because I'm a voice of reason. I'm a realist, and I can assure you what I'm saying will match up. So that's why I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm not getting hyped for no Crawford, Errol, Spence, because something would have to break, and it's going to be Bud Crawford. It's that simple. Based on what I've seen and the data and the intel that we have, that is the thing that would have to break in order for that fight to make. And Bud doesn't see it that way. So good luck. Good luck getting the fight, because from a business perspective, with your own promoter, you sign and then re-sign an extension with Jewish promoter Bob Arum out of New York, Harvard educated, and you stayed there for X amount of time when people question it, right? You never got the same red carpet treatment that ESPN and Top Rank have given guys like Vasyl Lomachenko, Tyson Fury, even Teofimo Lopez. I think Terrence Crawford was, he's the diamond in the rough as a fighter. I think he's better than all those guys. That's what I truly believe. But he was also the guy who wasn't pushed like he's the diamond in the rough with ESPN and Top Rank. So with your former promoter, as of a few weeks ago, a month ago, after the Porter fight, throwing you under the bus saying this guy can't sell. He can't sell no pay-per-view. Al Heyman, maybe they'll want to do the fight with us so they don't have to run the risk by themselves. You're not in the driver's seat, bro. And if Crawford doesn't come down to earth, then it's not going to happen. So that's why I don't waste my time. People are thinking I don't want the fight and all that, whatever. It's not going to happen. That's why I'm not getting my hopes up. Anybody in boxing business will tell you that boxing's a business, right? And they're going to tell you that if it don't make sense, then like Leonard Ellerbe just did an interview. And people have such a hard time grasping this, but this is how it works. Hold on, let me get to Kamal Oz real quick. Let me get to Kamal. How come dudes from another country don't speak English, but they know the move to make? Speaking to Luis Ortiz, Lara, and Ugas, Bud is stubborn. I don't know. I don't know. They just connected with the right people. I don't know. I don't know what urged them. So, shout out to Kamal Oz. Demetrius, what's up? Yo, y'all got to run the likes up. I don't know what's been good, but I think it's YouTube, bro. I think YouTube is hating. Bro. There's an amazing quote. Let me test y'all knowledge. See, I told y'all not going to like when I get this sharp. Because I told you I made the boxing game look pretty. I know I'm making sense. Y'all not going to like me when I'm this sharp, y'all. I got a question for y'all. Tell me when y'all ready, because I want to make sure y'all prepared so I can get some good answers. When y'all ready, say ready. When y'all ready to answer this question of mine, this little question of mine, say ready in the comment section. I'll show you how it goes. Kenya ready? Okay. Yeah, Team Headbusters, Spo ready. Let's get it. Somebody sent a super chat. They ready. Okay. Anderson, okay. My man Ego was cooking in that Gervonta Davis gets pressured video. I was a casual until I started listening to new media. I did not know boxing was this much race oriented. Yeah, surprise, it is. And the thing is, the people who enable that behavior, the enablers, they'll blame me and say I'm the one doing it. But I mean, whatever. You can't attack the person who's exposing the message and not have no words for the people who are actually creating this landscape in boxing. Okay. So, question. What is the heaviest weight in a gym? A standard gym, GYM. What is the heaviest weight in the gym? Tell me. Barbells, dumbbells. What's the heaviest weight in a gym? $200 kilograms. The 45-pound plate or 120-pound dumbbell, 45-pound plate. Okay. 400 kilograms. A dumbbell. That's the heaviest. Okay. Y'all all wrong. Dumbbell 130 pounds. Y'all all wrong. Y'all all wrong. 25 pounds. Y'all all wrong. The heaviest weight in the gym is the front door. Someone like, huh? Ego, what do you mean? That's a quote. The heaviest weight in the gym is the front door. Picking your butt up and actually going to the gym. That's the heaviest weight. That's the heaviest thing. That's the biggest hurdle. Everything in the gym is easy work. Listen, everything in the gym is easy work. The heaviest weight in the gym is that front door. Opening that front door and making sure you get your butt to the gym, because that's what a lot of people struggle with. You know, once you're there and you bust a sweat, you already in the, you in the game. It's picking yourself up when you in the living room and you want to be on social media and taking your butt to the gym. So the heaviest weight in the gym is the front door. I said that famous quote to say this. This is the same thing with Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. The heaviest weight in the gym is the front door. So Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, the heaviest weight is Bud. He's stubborn. Listen, I said the heaviest weight in the gym is the front door. So with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, for Bud, he's stubborn. Listen, he's stubborn. So the heaviest obstacle for Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence is Bud Crawford and his mindset. Period. His mindset. He thinks he's like prima donna because he's a beast of a fighter. That doesn't make you a beast of a businessman. That doesn't give you beast of numbers. And then you going into, a pin. You bringing a pin to a test. You bringing a pin to a test. How them boys gonna win? This is grown man B.I. Get you wrote in the triage. Your reach ain't long enough, Dunny. Listen. You testing the line of fire with your thin ass vest. You bringing the pin to a test, bro. So Bud Crawford, he believes that his skills have equated to him being this monumental businessman, and it hasn't. So that's the biggest obstacle I see in making the fight. If Bud Crawford had the team that wasn't like anti-PBC for whatever reason, and maybe sat down with Al Heyman and spoke on it, then I think the fight would be easier to make. See what we could realistically do and stuff like that. But Bud Crawford, again, stubborn, in my opinion. I think he's stubborn. He wants to do things his way. Good luck to you. That's all I can say. Best of luck. But when it doesn't happen, like I'm saying it's not, at least right now, then you'll understand it. You'll understand it. When it comes to business, first of all, there's no one in business that intentionally tries to lose money. Now, you may lose money trying different things, but there's no one that's going to say the long-term mission statement of this company is to lose money, right? It's a reality. Whether you as fans want to embrace this concept in every business, listen, it don't matter if it's retail, if it's car sales and a car dealership, boxing, no one's in the business to lose money. So that's cool. It's not saying that the Errol Spence fight with Terrence Crawford cannot happen, but it's not going to happen if Bud doesn't come to reality, because based on how his career has panned out, the back half of his deal with Top Rank, he's not in as much of a driver's seat. And I know the fans are getting mad. Oh, shut up, ego. Oh, ego. It's not shut up, ego. I'm telling you how boxing and the business works. So you guys can heed what I'm saying, say I'm lying, or whatever. But at the end of the day, I know what I know. And, you know, ultimately we'll see. If Bud does not make the right decisions and the right mind frame, the fight's not going to happen. And it's not because of, oh, Errol Spence is ducking. I don't see that. I don't see Errol Spence he's ducking. Bro, okay, listen, explain this. I promise I will destroy y'all. B-side, oh my gosh, come on. B-side Bud has no one to blame but himself. Manny's career had gotten stale in the last few years with Top Rank, fighting Chris Algieri and Rios off a loss, and Jesse Vargas on pay-per-view. They were talking about him fighting Mike Alvarado. He goes to PBC and immediately gets big fights. Broner, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, which turned into Ugas. Boop, boop. Come on, Oz with the kill shot. Bro. Who fought? This is a true question. True life question. Who did heavier lifting? Meaning at the time they fought people at welterweight, those guys were more in prime, dangerous beings as B-side opponents. Terrence Crawford at welterweight or Errol Spence at welterweight? Who did heavier lifting in their welterweight careers? Fighting guys at the given time when they fought that guy was sturdy, solid, ranked, hard to beat, you know, whatever terms you want. Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Okay, Kamal Oz says not even close. Kenya B says Errol. Smooth Groove Boxing, EJ. Spence. See, that's what I told you, EJ. So unanimously, everybody's saying Errol Spence did the harder lifting. So even though Crawford is his own puzzle, Errol Spence has done the heavier lifting at welterweight and had the harder competition at the given time he's fighting them, right? Everybody unanimously is saying that. So only in boxing, where it's full of prejudgments and biases and some racist and emotion, do people make statements like, oh, Errol Spence, the guy that did the heavier lifting that everyone just agreed, he's the one that's ducking this other guy who hasn't done the heavier lifting, right? So imagine it's the holiday season like it is, and me and Errol Spence work for a shipping company, you know, like UPS or whatever, right? I'm busting my butt, picking up extra shifts, working overtime, and I work 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts. Errol Spence, he works 1, 2, maybe 3 days in the week. Would you say that ego is lazy for picking up other people's shifts, getting overtime, double time, and working longer shifts? Does that make me lazy? Or would you say in this analogy that Errol Spence is lazy because he only working 3 regular shifts? I mean, I put it in such a way you can't deny. If one guy is working overtime, double time, picking up shifts, hustling for the holidays, working 10, 12-hour days and working more days in the calendar week, you can never fix your lips to say that that is the lazy guy. And then the other person who's working a regular 8-hour days, 3-4 times a week, that person is the one that's productive and isn't lazy, right? So using that analogy to compare, Errol has done the heavier lifting, right? I know a lot of people are trying to spin it like he's ducking and he must fight him and all that. He's done the heavier lifting. He's fought the harder competition at welterweight at more relevant times. Y'all all voted and said the same thing. So I'm trying to understand how Errol is being called lazy and he was the one overtime, double time, picking up shifts, working longer shifts, etc. in this equation. It's mind-boggling. But again, it's a bunch of emotions, so people are going to say whatever they want to say, but I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to understand how the guy that did the heavier lifting, that with continued, like, bro, he got in a car wreck and fought Danny Garcia and called it a tune-up. Danny Garcia ain't nobody's tune-up, and he fought him as a tune-up. Then, one fight removed from a car wreck in the Danny Garcia performance, he got the Pacquiao fight, which the only reason we didn't actually get to see it is because his eye had damage. So he had to take some time off, which was completely unavoidable. You know, nobody could have controlled that. It's just something, it could have been lingering on from the car wreck and something was messed up with his eye and then he had to, you know, it finally came to pass. So whatever, freak accident, whatever you want to call it. And then Bud, last two opponents, the people, Errol Spence and Ugas really beat. Ugas beat Sean Porter. Then right after, what's the name? Errol Spence beat Sean Porter. So Bud is just now getting to a point where he's fighting another person's leftovers at worst points in their careers. And somehow he thinks he has leverage. I mean, you can't make this up. Come react with Ryan Anderson. It's only bad because it's obvious in the pay-per-view numbers, not even close, shaking my head. Crawford and his fans still don't get that. And the pay-per-view, that's only one element of it. The pay-per-view numbers, you could go live gate for live gate, attendance, pay-per-view numbers, right? Heavy lifting and who fought the sturdier competition at that given point where they were more primed, right? Across the board is Errol. No matter what anybody says, that's the reality of it. Fans they're like, oh, shut up, you Errol Spence groupies and all, you know, name calling and all that, because you don't have a point. Lack of a sound argument makes people do that. Like, I ain't called Bud Crawford no names. I ain't called Errol Spence no names. But I guarantee you there's an angry Bud Crawford fan calling me names because of what I'm saying. Oh, you Errol Spence groupie. So I'm a groupie. I didn't call nobody names. I didn't insult nobody and call them out their name. I'm just going bar for bar, line for line, fact for fact. And again, emotions get the best out of a lot of people. And as a man, you know, I can't really respect that. I can't really respect a fan who can't control his emotions. And if you can control your emotions, then tell me from a factual receipt, something you could prove, perspective, what I said that was incorrect. So tell me how Terrence Crawford fought the more stand-up competition than Bud at welterweight. Tell me. Explain that. Explain how he's done better attendance numbers and better live gates. And the real thing is, you can't. You know you can't, so bow down. Listen, I'm Westside Connected. Y'all better bow down. Just bow down because you know you can't. You know you can't. And the reason I know you can't is because I'm like Visa. I'm everywhere you want to be. I've been to several Crawford fights and I've been to several Errol Spence fights, and I'm telling you with my own eyes. Bro, I went to, ask anybody who was there. When I went to Jeff Horn fight, there was like a cool, like 6,000, 8,000 people there. Look it up. When I went to Sean Porter and Errol Spence at the Staples Center, formerly known as the Staples Center, 16. That's a reality. That's not like, oh, ego, oh, you're trying to protect your boy Errol Spence. That's what happened. That's what happened. The only people get mad at reality is the people that don't want you to deal with the truth. They're like, oh, who cares? Errol still need to fight him. Bro, that's cool. Errol can fight him. I like that. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen if all of these like financials and A-sideness, and then the person who doesn't have that leverage doesn't get that, right? This guy doesn't get that, and his team ain't getting it, and his team ain't telling him you're doing nothing wrong, and he thinks he got the leverage up here. It's not going to happen. What more can I say? Jay-Z voice. Kamal says, Aram couldn't make Broner versus Pacquiao, but Al Heyman did it very easily. First fight with Pacquiao. Oh, I want to fight Adrian Broner. Yeah, so first fight. You ain't never lied. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care. They could fight tomorrow. Fight. But what I'm saying, what I've been saying, what I've maintained, don't confuse me with nobody. There's nobody in boxing like me. So I don't care what nobody else said. I'm not accountable for anybody else's opinion but my own. My own opinion is what I'm telling you on this mic, and I'm doing a damn good job doing it. I'm making it clear, concise, and congruent with what I always said. Bud is a terrific fighter. Errol's a terrific fight. Them fighting is terrific. It's great for boxing. However, this is my only caveat. It is not going to happen because Crawford is not realistic on the business side with where he is at and the decisions that he's made, the accountability. I don't know how much clearer I can be about that. So yes, this is a great fight that is not going to happen until something breaks. And when you don't have the juice, when you're not bigger than the machine, you will break or you will not get what you need. You have to be very powerful, i.e., I don't know, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo, possibly Jake Paul or somebody like that. You have to be very big to the point where you could threaten to walk away and do all this stuff, and then the game is going to not pass you by like, all right, peace, and the game's going to like come back for you. You know what I'm saying? Crawford thinks he's in that position. Like it's like Crawford's like, let me out the car. And they're like, all right, if I let you out the car, I'm not coming back. I'm going straight home. And I don't care. And he don't know how he going to get home or whatever. And Crawford being stubborn, instead of like, nah, let me just take you home. Let me out. And then you let him out on the side of the road, and then he hitchhiking. And then no one's coming through that particular road. So like, bro, the person told you the game don't wait. They are leaving. The car's leaving. They said, even though we're arguing in the car, I'll take you home. And Crawford like, nah, let me up out the whip. Like Trey Styles. Doe, let me out. Doe, let me out. And then now you have to walk home. That's Terrence Crawford, bro. Like, you should just let, like, some things, it's cold, rain, sleet, snow, and you, just because you're in an argument and you like emotional about the situation and you don't want to be in the car with the person, like, bro, do you really want to walk in the cold with no money and no way to, you know what I'm saying? To like, I'm not saying Crawford don't got no money, but you guys get the analogy. Like, is it worth that? Just let them take you home. And if you beefing with the person after, then it is what it is or whatever. You don't want to be walking home. But Crawford, like I said, live by the sword, die by the sword. He could disagree with everything I'm saying, but we'll see. When it all happens, we'll see who's right. I don't stand nothing to lose. I ain't going to lose. Because if I'm wrong, we get a great fight out of it. Crawford, Spence. But if I'm right, y'all going to be like, oh, man, Eagles Thomas, he was telling me what it is. So I don't lose. I told you, I don't lose. I'm Floyd. I don't lose. I don't take the L. Prove me wrong. Good job. Okay, so Crawford, make the wrong decision in your next move and prove me wrong. That's that. It's that simple. To each his own. I'm all about that. Listen, I'm all about that. I'm not saying I'm perfect. So men are men, and men are free to make the decisions that they want. It's a free country. Enjoy that. I'm telling you my perspective, what I see and what I know to be the case. So, Bud, like I said, the fight could happen, but not with Bud's attitude. Someone said, Ernest said he should take 60-40, then ask for some Gator concessions. Bro, he's not set up like that. He just told somebody said that to him, and he said nothing changed, or what's changed. I promise you. So we'll see. Look, they posted, this person, Ego's Army, posted this that I posted on Twitter. And it says, Terrence Crawford on fighting Spence, I'm not fighting for 60-40. And Bud said, hold on, let me pull it up. Bud, the person pulled up that tweet on Bud and said, I'm not fighting. The old interview that I posted, he said, I'm not fighting for 60-40. This is what Bud said. He said, what changed? So what that means is he's still not fighting for 60-40. So good luck. So he said he's not fighting for 60-40 unless he gets 60. Good luck. Good luck getting the Errol Spence fight. God bless you. That's what I'm saying. It's a non-issue to me because I know how the game works. He says if he doesn't get the lion's share at 60, then he's not getting it. But, let's just say Errol Spence is ducking and he's scared and terrified. All right. Good luck. Meanwhile, guess what? Errol Spence got way more options than you. It's that simple. Bro, Bud Crawford, listen, I used this example before. I like for what it's worth, I'm saying was people, it's funny because when you have love or tough love for somebody, it gets misconstrued as hate in this world because there are a lot of haters. You know what I'm saying? I love Bud's energy and I love him as a fighter. I think he's great. I've been in his gym. Take it for what you want. The reason I'm saying these things is because I know how the game goes. But Bud is his own man, so he can make whatever decision he wants. You know, take it for what it's worth. But I know how the game goes, and it's not gonna, unless adjustments are made and right decisions are made, it's not gonna end pretty for what he's trying to do. Because I've already talked about. Listen, it's like Ego Stradamus, like I came into boxing and I seen the future and went back in time and reincarnated or something. I've seen this movie before. I've seen it. I told you, I predicted this into apocalypse. And for once I was down with, it felt good in the hood being around them. And for the first time, everybody let go. And the streets was death row, right? I predicted this into apocalypse. PBC has a stronghold on 147 and 154. So unless you're planning on skipping 2 divisions and maybe going to 160, which is kind of dry right now, and they still got probably the best fighters, Carlos Adames and what's her name, Jamal Charlo, and Triple G. I don't even know what he's doing, and that's a super dangerous fight for anybody, you know, that's moving up from welterweight. So what are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do? PBC owns the 147 and 54 pound division, the best fighters. 154. They've been working with Jason Rosario, J-Rock, Tony Harrison, Luis Cuba Arias, I think is going to be right there. Fundura, Jermell Charlo, working with Brian Castano, Tony Harrison, Brian Peralta. Well, I mean, okay. So you move up in weight, who are you going to fight? Patrick Teixeira, who just got his fight canceled and lost his belt to Brian Castano, who Charlo is fighting in Houston. Boop. Okay. Bro, I told you, y'all can't beat me, bro. I've been saying it. Y'all, listen, good luck to Bud. That's all I can say. Good luck. Y'all can't beat me. These young boys can't beat. So Bud could be as stubborn as humanly possible. But he has an impossible obstacle. I told you, when it comes to this boxing gospel, I'm unstoppable. Listen, y'all suck like popsicles. When it comes to this boxing gospel, I'm unstoppable. Bud has an inconquerable obstacle. That's a bar. Kamal Oz. Your Dennis Ugas went from catching. Oh, and they got Swift Jared Hurd with PBC. Okay, boop. But they friends because they both had like the K Karam connection. So I don't think they would fight. But it don't matter. Because they're both with PBC. Your Dennis Ugas went from catching an Uber to a train to owning a nice house in Miami and partying on yachts in glamorous Miami because he has common sense. Talk to him. Al got Ugas marquee fights and opportunity. He said Bud is delusional. And Ugas was with Top Rank, just like Bud, and nobody knew him and wasn't watching his fights, just like. But actually, Bud does pretty good numbers considering that Top Rank and ESPN didn't really promote him hard. I'm telling you, I've seen this movie before. And y'all don't see it, but that's cool. Even 147, we already know Sean Porter retired and Errol and Ugas had already beat him before Bud got to him. Kell Brook and Amir Khan, you know, they've already been through the peak. Danny Garcia had already knocked him out. Kell Brook had already been knocked out by Triple G and Errol before Bud got to him. That, bro, you have no real avenue. Even I seen an interview with Jerron Boots Ennis. He said he's too big, fast, and strong for Errol Spence. So he's not signed to PBC per se, but he's working with that side, you know, Showtime or whatever. So even that might be an option for Errol Spence, you know, because he's climbing up the IBF ranking. So maybe if he fights Cody Crowley, then he can maybe become Errol's mandatory or something. And then meanwhile, what is Bud going to be doing in the meantime? I guess Virgil Ortiz, maybe? Work with Golden Boy? I'm telling you, I've seen this movie before. Bud, he has it all figured out, though. So good luck. I've been telling you the same thing. Bro, you have no options. You can fight, okay, non-PBC, so go sign to Kinahan or whoever, right? Pro Bellum, good job. Your options are what? Virgil Ortiz Jr., unproven, maybe dangerous because of his style, or Josh Taylor. You working again with your promoter that you just left. Like, all right, good luck. Good luck. Bro, you're not going to, listen, what don't you understand? This fake fan pressure on Twitter is not going to do anything to stop. And bro, if it was as simple as get my likes up, if it was as simple as like fan pressure, think about all the fights that the fans pressure for, like Canelo versus Andrade. I pressure for that. Like Bud versus Pacquiao. I pressure for that. Like Canelo versus Benavidez. I pressure for that. Like Errol versus Keith Thurman. I pressure for that. And some of these fights were in-house easy fights to make, right? Pacquiao versus Ruslan Provodnikov back when they was with Top Rank. I pressure for these fights, right? Juan Manuel Marquez when he was being called out by Broner at the time. I pressure. None of those fights happened. Mikey Garcia versus Yuriorkis Gamboa. I pressure for that, right? We could do this all day. But how many of those fights happen merely because of boxing Twitter and fan pressure? Andre still ain't got none of them names, Triple G's and all the people we want to see him fight. Munguia, Canelo, Eddie Hearn, and Andrade keep calling out Charlo with this fake pressure stuff. They not got to fight though. So again, you guys can live in La La Land, in this fairy tale land that y'all live in, and good luck with that. I'll be up here making the money, and y'all live in fantasy boxing land, a world where all these Mike Tyson and David Tua happen, and all these fantasy fights that you coming up with. Again, square business needs to be discerned and decided behind the scenes, and that's just what it is. And either you have, like you at the negotiating table, you either have the juice or you don't. You either have a fully loaded clip and an extendo or you don't. You know what I'm saying? What good is having a gun if you ain't got no magazine and you ain't got no clip, you ain't got no extendo, you got no bullet in the chamber, right? So that's my analogy for going to a boxing negotiation half-cocked. They're going to look at what do you bring to the table for us? What do you bring to the table? Period. And Bud, he thinks, you know what I'm saying, he arguing with the Errol Spence hologram or something. That's not going to get you to fight, bro. You got to make, you know what I'm saying, you got to make the right choices and get it. Because, like, boxing, y'all got to read the 48 Laws of Power. Robert Greene. It's a great book. 48 Laws. Bud needs to read that book. I've read it more than once. Y'all need to read the 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene. There's certain ways to go about achieving power, and there's certain strategic ways to go about doing certain things. Like, Bud would probably be better off if he was more strategic, be like finding some creative way not calling him out in the ocean. I mean, that's been done before. I'm not here. Listen, my ideas cost money, so I'm not going to really make and put out a bunch of fake ideas. But I do believe there are more strategic ways to put pressure on. What Bud is doing, like I've been saying, is it makes his brand come across as more desperate. You're desperate to. You've never seen Floyd Mayweather arguing with the fake Shane Mosley, a fake Ricky Hatton. That's the reality. Ricky Hatton, I heard what you said on Twitter. I'm gonna kick your butt. You've never seen that. But Bud Crawford, a A-list fighter, elite fighter, is arguing with the fake Errol Spence about something Errol Spence didn't even say because he didn't do the research and was trigger happy when he thought he found a way into, and Errol Spence had said something. Like, do you know how crazy that looks? Do you understand how crazy that looks? And then to top that off, Errol Spence, he posting this. Looking in crazy shape. This is Errol Spence, I'm assuming currently. And he in shape. And he in the gym working. I don't know if when he's sparring. His caption reads, social media era takes your silence for weakness. Big shark or big fish, middle finger. No more hiccups, line them up. So that's clearly a message where he's like, I hear and see what people are saying. I'm working. Bro. He said the fake tweet was made by a 13-year-old troll, and Bud fell for it. Bud fell for it. He fell for the 13-year-old troll tweet. So Errol Spence saying less but working more and has many options. He has many options. Bud Crawford, like I told you, I'm not big on a fighter not making pertinent business choices in lieu of chasing one fighter. I feel like Amir Khan did this. Amir Khan said he wanted to fight Floyd Mayweather and he wanted to fight him so bad, never got to fight, and he wanted to fight Pacquiao, that he wasted his career. He could have fought Devin Alexander earlier, but then he pulled out of the fight thinking he was going to get Floyd, and he didn't get him. So you're just like wasting your time. So you still got to be, like, I understand boxing is a crazy sport, but you got to still make the rightful moves for your career in the meantime. Like, to be honest, if Crawford knocked out like a Virgil Ortiz Jr., to me, that's more of a statement. That's more of a statement than doing an ocean video saying, hey, I thought you was the big fish. Fight me, fight me, fight me. You know what I mean? Because at least Virgil Ortiz, unlike Sean Porter, he hadn't been through the PBC ringer and had those losses with Brooke, I thought Danny Garcia beat him. Ugas, I thought it beat him. Errol Spence beat him. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like a person like that. It's like an up-and-comer who, and I would favor Crawford, to be honest. But I'm saying, to me, like, you got to make your moves make sense. Like, I feel like just putting in that type of work, that would, if he beat Virgil Ortiz violently like he's been doing, is that bigger than any of his welterweight wins? I mean, y'all let me know. Am I tripping? If Crawford stopped Virgil Ortiz, like if they fought in March, is that bigger than, like, is that more of a bragging right than anything he's done at welter? Y'all let me know. He said, I'm tripping. How am I tripping? All right, you in the hot seat. All right, we got action. He said, I'm tripping, but you got a low angle view looking up your nostrils, but whatever. Okay, how am I tripping? Frank Wright. We're going to see if you right. No, hold on. I got some work. Hot seat. Nah, don't do me like that, Hank. Don't do me. I'm trying to do a hot seat. Don't do that. I was trying to see what's good with nostrils. He talking about I'm tripping. Don't do it. Listen, shooters, you will have your badge removed if you do that to me. and block somebody in the mid when I just announced I'm doing a hot seat. Don't do that. Frank Wright, how am I tripping? No, there ain't no relax to it. I don't relax. How am I tripping? You got 20 seconds, partner. You got 20 seconds, dog. How am I tripping? What do you disagree with? 17. Get ready, business brain. I got something on the plate. 15 seconds. How am I tripping? What about my statement? It was tripping. So what's the significantly better win at the point at welterweight over than Virgil Ortiz for Crawford? Ten seconds, dog. Come on. Breathe. Yeah, you got to let it breathe. Mm-hmm. Got to fight the best now. Block him. Block him. That was easy. He said, I'm tripping. He was flabbergasted. He couldn't explain nothing. Couldn't explain. He said, got to fight the best. What does that mean? What does that mean? Time is short. Yeah, your time is short. Block him. Yeah, get him out of here. I knew nostrils ain't had nothing for me. Kenya, you wrong. She said J.J. Walker. Dynamite. Yeah, you got everyone looking up your nostrils and stuff. You better change that picture, boy. Anyway, these young boys can't beat me. Who else? Say something. Who else? So notice I'm making point. I told you beta male emotions get the best of you. Notice I make a point and there's nothing directly attacked from what I say. He just said I'm tripping. And then he started speaking pig Latin or whatever that was. And it wasn't even making no sense. Time is short. Okay. What are you, a poet? Robert Frost? What does that mean? Time is short. Okay. Man, he said Frank Wright got it wrong. Facts. Get him out of here. Facts over feelings. Gang, gang. Anywho, best of luck to Terrence Crawford. At this point, it's hard to have empathy for the way it's playing out. I'm just being real. I don't really have empathy. He's like, there's certain things Crawford could do that would probably help him, but he's not necessarily doing them. So, whatever. And like I said, Errol Spence, he's posted that picture. That's clearly a response saying I'm training. So, people can talk. They can say whatever they want. So, like, for example, if Errol Spence fights Ugas next for a third belt, which is my Ego Stradamus prediction, who is Crawford going to fight? He just fought one time at the end of the year against Sean Porter, a guy Ugas and Errol Spence really already beat. So how is Terrence Crawford going to gain ground? What is he going to do in the interim? He go, oh, Errol ducked me fighting Ugas. Oh, he ducked you because he fighting the champion that just fought Pacquiao and made him look sloppy? Okay. Doesn't make sense, does it? Crawford was backstage with Wilder for Wilder Fury 2. Wilder told him and the media that he should have been left top rank. I remember it clearly. I remember that video too. Bro, what is Crawford going to, since he has everything figured out and his fans got everything figured out, and I'm a hater and I don't know what I'm talking about, if Crawford doesn't get the fight next, because Errol Spence is fighting your Dennis Ugas for 3 belts on the line, what is he going to do? Man, I told y'all Errol didn't want smoke. He's fighting, look at him, fighting a guy that just beat Pacquiao for a 3rd belt. Why didn't he fight me for the 3rd belt? I mean, what are you going to say? Like certain things in boxing, we should condemn. Certain things we shouldn't. Like, how can I condemn Jermell Charlo for fighting Brian Castano? It don't matter who else is calling him out. That's a great fight, unfinished business. Go, line them up. Why would I condemn Errol Spence for fighting a guy who just retired Pacquiao and looked more dominant in doing so than Bud did versus Porter, even though one was a stoppage and one wasn't? through the totality of the fight, Errol Spence, if he does fight Ugas, I thought he beat Pacquiao handily. He made Pacquiao look crazy. I wouldn't say Bud made Porter look crazy throughout. You know what I'm saying? And then how it ended, just like other weird top-ranked Bud fights, the pay-per-view, like the Amir Khan fight, it just ends kind of lackluster because people are like, why did Kenny do it like that? You know what I'm saying? Was Sean Porter, was he really not able to make 2 more rounds? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Eric Minion Sr., I don't see a move Bud can make. I'm buying Spence Ugas ASAP when it's done deal. Facts. Won't Ennis or Ortiz be on the table if Spence fight Ugas? I don't see Bud fighting Ennis. I mean, I never, like, to be honest, I never even heard Bud say anything about Ennis, to be honest. I heard Ennis talk about Errol and Bud. I never really heard Bud say anything about Ennis. That's just, I don't know. If you guys seen it, send it my way. I haven't seen it. I don't remember seeing anything like that. So I don't know. I don't see that. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not worried. I stand nothing to lose. I don't lose anything in this equation. Like I said, either I'm wrong and we get a great fight out of it, or I'm going to be right again. So, like, in closing, I just feel Bud Crawford is his own worst enemy because of the way he's moving, handling his business. He feels I'm doing everything on my terms, but there's certain things that are bigger than you, dog. You know, certain things that they're bigger than you. And no matter how beast of a fighter, and like, I really feel like it's this. You know how, who's ever heard the saying, the same things that make you laugh make you cry? Anybody ever heard that saying? Same things that make you laugh make you cry? Okay, Isaiah heard it. Bud spoke on Boots several times in interviews. Send it my way. Say less. I just said I haven't seen it. I don't remember. I don't remember him talking about that, but whatever. Okay, Diacona heard it. See, listen, this is why I know some of y'all be rats. Y'all be like, oh, yeah, Bud said, I said send me an interview. That's all I said. I said, send it my way. You didn't do that. All you said is, oh, he said it several times. Send me the interview. Receipts or it didn't happen. Bro, we live by no uncertain terms. Everything we do is meticulous. Send receipts or it didn't happen. That's it. That's all I asked for. I said, I don't personally recall Bud talking about Boots. If there's an interview that exists, send it my way. I'm just saying I haven't seen it. It's that simple. So say less and send me the interview. Same things that make you laugh, make you cry. That's Bud Crawford. The same thing that acquits him so nicely in the fight is the same thing that's holding him back outside of the fight and in a different type of fight, the business fight. That stubborn, hard-headed, knuckle-headed mentality, bull-headed, pig-headed, whatever, mentality that makes him such a dog is the same thing holding him back in the boxing game, like outside of boxing. The gift and the curse. And a lot of them have, like, for example, I have OCD to a degree with certain things. Like, I don't even want to tell you some of the, like, quirks. There's just weird things that some of you will be like, that's weird, but whatever. So I have, like, OCD when it comes to certain things, right? And I'm very meticulous. And I've always been like that since I was a kid. Certain things, it's just I like certain things a certain way. Like, even eating. I eat my food in an order. Like, you know how some people, they have a steak, mashed potatoes, and veggies, and they just eating all, I eat all my veggies, and then I eat my mashed potatoes, and then I eat my steak. I know it's weird for some people, but I eat my food. Or if I eat a burger, I eat all the fries first, and then I eat the burger. I don't take a bite of the burger and then eat 3 fries. It's me. I'm me. I'm me. So I have these little quirks. But like I keep telling you guys, whether you want to listen or not, certain things are the gift and the curse. Me being OCD with certain things acquits me nice when it comes to success, because when I get in that mode and I'm locked in and I got that tunnel vision, nothing can stop me. I promise you, nothing but the man upstairs himself. Nothing can stop me. You know what I mean? I lock in, and I have that OCD, so I don't make a lot of mistakes when I'm editing. I'm looking for every, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just very, very hands-on, and I'm looking for it, and I give it a once over and look at it, things like that. I'm pretty meticulous. But in the same vein, it could be the gift and the curse if you overdo it, right? If you're, nothing wrong, I'm a planner. Nothing wrong with being organized and being a planner, but if you overdo it, then there's something wrong, because certain things you can't plan for. So if you overly plan everything and you wasted all this time and then something came up that you didn't anticipate, then you don't know what to do. So it's a balance, yin and yang. You got to have that balance, right? If you're an organizer or someone OCD or a planner, and you have an idea that you want to kick off, and then you have, it's called analysis paralysis. Analysis paralysis is like where you keep running in your head and overthinking it. Some ideas, you got to just shoot that out and then work and build. You see what I'm saying? You got to work and build. You can't have analysis paralysis where you're just like, oh, I'm thinking, oh, what if this doesn't work? Or what if, how am I going to get over this obstacle? You don't really know the obstacles until you put certain things out, like YouTube. I don't know all the things that I ran into, I had no idea I would run into it. Some things were easier than I expected. Some things may have been harder, but you can't have that analysis paralysis where you just, you overthink it in your head to the point where nothing comes out, because that's always going to be worse. If you want to be successful, then you have to truly sometimes just put the idea out. Like you look at Instagram. If you look at Instagram today versus Instagram years ago when they first came out or whatever, they didn't have IGTV. They didn't have Reels. They didn't have as many filters. They didn't have, business accounts and all this stuff. They had a basic platform. Over the years, they came out with video. You couldn't even post videos, just all pictures. It was just all pictures. Over the years, they introduced video. First, it might have been 15 seconds. Then 15 seconds wasn't long enough. People complaining. They upped it to 30, increased the bandwidth. Now you could put up to a minute videos. Now you could do Instagram TV and Reels and IG Live. It's a process, and that's what I'm telling you. So the same things that make you laugh, make you cry. Bud Crawford is his own worst enemy. The same things that make him the beast of a fighter that he truly is the same things holding him back. That stubbornness, that not listening. Like, he could probably see some of these videos I'm doing and be like, man, F him. He don't know what he's talking about. Whatever. I'm Bud Crawford. I'm from Nebraska. I'm from Omaha. That's cool. Don't listen to me. That's cool. It don't matter. We'll see. I'll see you at the finish line. That's my time. Let me know how I did. More videos coming. Peace.